I don't know how many of you know, but 6 of the 10 who were promised Jannah were entrepreneurs, were business people. You know, you have Uthman, you have Abdurrahman ibn Auf, Talha. So you have all of these Sahaba, but what was their mindset and what was their character, and how were these businessmen among the Sahaba different from what we expect of the businessmen today? We see the Muslim business people being always in compromise. When are they going to do the next haram, and when are they going to try to find that fatwa that cuts corners, and when are they going to say that it's fine to get this loan just because my business is going to die, but I cannot, my liquor store is going to die, I'm not going to be able to eat food if I don't sell liquor, I'm not going to be able to do this, I'm like all full of excuses. But what was the understanding of the Sahaba who did business? How did they do business? When we look at these people, right, and we're going to take examples from the best of them, right, from the ones that were promised Jannah. Let's look at the example of Umar radiallahu anhu. So Umar, as you guys know, is among the most knowledgeable among the Sahaba. So we can immediately see that the business did not stop him from seeking knowledge of Islam. How? What did he do? When he used to go to the market, he used to tell his partner, he was in a partnership, he used to tell his partner, you go one day to Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, stay all day, and then come back to me at the end of the night, and then I will teach me everything what he taught. And then he'd say, then you will work the next day, I will go the full day, and I will tell you at the end of the night everything what the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, right? So that was what they understood. We also know about Abu Bakr, the famous story when he went in the morning. And Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said, who among you has given charity? And Abu Bakr raised his hand. And then Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, who among you has fed a poor person? Abu Bakr raised his hand. Who among you is fasting? Abu Bakr said, I'm fasting. This was right at Fajr. He said, who among you has taken a janazah? He said, I have. And who among you has visited a sick person? And Abu Bakr said, so all of these things Abu Bakr had done before Fajr. And Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said, whoever combines all of these 4 deeds in one day, Allah will give him Jannah. But now what we see is, what was Abu Bakr? Well, Abu Bakr was a business person, right? But what we see is that the business people among the Sahaba, they were among the most righteous. Because what happens with business is that business is this standard of, you are kind of at the highest level of the society because you have the most money and the most capital usually, and people want to follow you. And because people want to follow you, if you are not righteous, people are going to follow your example. Like people want to follow the example of Elon Musk, people want to follow the example of Steve Jobs, people want to follow the example of Bill Gates and so forth, but we know their deeds. We know their inconsistencies. We know their actions. They are not good. Their moral is not good. So, but what did Abu Bakr do? Abu Bakr inspired the best. Abdurrahman ibn Auf became a Muslim from who? From Abu Bakr. Talha became a Muslim from who? From Abu Bakr. And what did they do? They made it in the top 10 Sahaba who made it to Jannah. So, when you start a business, what is important is 3 things. It's important to understand that risk is going to be from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Just like your job, that risk is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the business is also risk is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The second thing is, you got to ensure that you earn halal money. You cannot compromise in your earning. You need to have your earning pure. The third thing is, you have to be moderate and righteous. You cannot just drop everything to do business and you cannot fulfill anything. These Sahaba that we're talking about, these were the ones that were praying at night. These were the ones that had memorized the full Qur'an. Abu Bakr was a hafiz, Umar was a hafiz, all of these guys. They were visiting the sick, they were giving the charity, they were taking care of their families, they were taking care of the communities, they were fighting jihad. These were not people like who were just sitting down on their desk and doing nothing. These were people that were well accomplished.